Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40k Universe. I am your host, Gershwin, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about creatures of the Warhammer 40k world, as we talk about the Sand Tiger. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40k content every single day, and if you have any requests or suggestions for topic ideas, comment down below. But be sure to check out our huge archive of lore videos to see if your request is already up there. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the Sand Tiger of 40k. The Sand Tiger is a xenospecies and a ferociously dangerous ambush predator native to the world of Vaprios, on the far edge of the heathen stars in the Coronus Expanse. A parched, bronze world dotted by brilliant and poisonous turquoise and cyan seas. Roughly half the size of a man, the Sand Tiger is a ferocious and solitary predator. Its semi-silicate physical composition allows it to survive the nearly waterless environment it lives in, going for Terran months or even years without any liquid besides that which it can take from its prey. The Sand Tiger is an ambush predator, burrowing itself in dunes 2 to 3 meters below the ground. Once it has dug its burrow, it agitates the sand around it with its powerful digging claws, loosening it. Then it waits, using a multitude of bristling hairs along its back to sense minute vibrations in the desert sand. If an individual is unfortunate enough to walk over the place where the creature is buried, it sinks into the loose and shifting sands, the Sand Tiger hastening its descent with further frantic digging. Soon the prey finds itself in a conical pit with the Sand Tiger's hungry maw at the bottom. The creature descends on its prey and shreds it with its claws and circular tooth-ringed orifice, draining it of bodily fluids before eating the choice bits of meat and leaving the rest to rot beneath the sands. The Sand Tiger prefers to wait for its prey to fall into its trap before attacking. It savagely tears into anything that ends up in the pit it has dug, only fleeing if severely wounded. If the prey escapes the pit trap, a hungry or enraged Sand Tiger pursues them away from its nest. In this case, it prefers to burrow underground to attack from beneath the sands, but runs on open ground if need be. Prey is often scarce in the desert, so a Sand Tiger may pursue a target for dozens of kilometers before giving up. If, on the other hand, the Sand Tiger's prey attacks it from a particularly advantageous position, for example from the lip of its own pit with ranged weaponry, the creature flees quickly, burrowing into the sand to escape attack. The Sand Tiger is always an ambush predator primarily, and prefers to avoid a straight-up fight. Despite the ferociousness and elusive nature of the creature, the real draw to Imperial game hunters and adventurers is rooted in the Sand Tiger's semi-silicate nature. The creature's skeleton is composed entirely of translucent, rose-tinted crystals, comprising of a molecular structure that no member of the Adeptus Mechanicus has been able to replicate. The haunting beauty and utter rarity of the Sand Tiger's skeleton makes it an exquisite and highly valued trophy. A single tooth or claw is incredibly valuable. A complete skeleton could buy a Fury Interceptor. The risk one takes to kill these beasts while leaving the skeleton intact only increases their value. Even if the skeleton is unharmed in the effort, removing it from the flesh is extremely difficult, as the two bond at a near molecular level, possibly part of how the crystalline bones are formed. Attempts to grow the creature in captivity have failed, as even those captured and bred on their home planet to ensure nothing is remiss in the special sands or atmospheres have still proven useless for exploitation. The beasts grow normally, but never form their signature silicate endoskeleton, only soggy bones that easily break into segments of pulpy flesh. One of the most popular stories told by Voidfarers is that of the tale of Magos Dunebane. The Thulian explorator is said to have traveled to Vaporius, where he became enthralled by the biological makeup of the wildlife there. The semi-silicate nature of certain native creatures, such as the dwellers in the heights, interested him, but the crystalline skeleton of the Sand Tiger truly fascinated the Magos biologists. He spent weeks in the cities of various Vaporian priest-kings, boring them no end with his experiments and postulations. Finally, desperate to be rid of the tiresome tech priest, one of the priest-kings sponsored an expedition into the deep desert, so Dunebane might find his specimen. The tales all agree that Dunebane found the Sand Tigers, and became convinced that he could use a sonic amplifier to resonate with their crystalline bones, drawing them from great distances to the machine. The last anyone heard of him, he was traveling into the deepest dune seas, seeking a suitable site to test his device. His arranged transport finally departed without him, but curiously was later paid the balance of the agreed-on fee, along with a substantial bonus. Of course, most assume this is a simple story, designed to get a few free drinks from the gullible in the Calixis sector, eager for tales of the fearsome and dangerous Coronus expanse. Some hold it contains a measure of truth, and several expeditions have nearly been organized to seek out Dunebane's last resting place. A sand tiger lure would seem to be a guaranteed way to make immense profit, if one ignored the dangers of hundreds of ravenous predators converging on his location. And those were 40 facts on the sand tiger. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever social media you guys use. It's always fun to get these types of little lore stories while you're building your army, because let's face it, the sand tiger is something that's never going to be seen on the battlefield unless you want to create an Imperial Guard regiment that uses sand tigers somehow as cavalry or something crazy like that. Attach a giant basilisk gun to it or something crazy like that. You're not going to see it on the battlefield. Not to mention that this takes a lot of time, money, and effort to create something as obscure in the lore as this, like a sand tiger, into your army. That's not to say you can't try. I know what you could do is you could take like the sand tiger and say that it was captured by the Dark Mechanicus somehow, and it uses its crystalline as like beams of fire, and now it has the same stat value as like an Onager Doomcrawler or something cool like that. You could always play around with the lore, but it does take a lot of time and effort to create something that's not specifically made for Warhammer 40k, the tabletop, but it's always fun to hear about it because it really illustrates how expansive the Warhammer 40k universe is. I would even argue that it's as expansive or even more so than Star Wars and the Tolkien lore. Comment down below, let me know if you would like to watch a video on the topic of what lore is, I guess, bigger, whether Star Wars or 40k or Lord of the Rings and Tolkien and all that kind of stuff. I would love to create a video for you guys for that. It would take a little research, but yeah, I would love to do that if you are into that. Comment down below if you just want a quick, if you want to give me a quick response as to who you think has the bigger lore, Star Wars, Tolkien, or 40k. I'd be very interested to hear. And if you do decide to create your own sand tiger model, please post it on Facebook so that we can see. I would love to see this awesome guy either converted as a Imperial Guard regiment, so he's fighting for the Imperium, or he was captured by some orc renegades, some freebooter captain now rides on top of him. That would be really badass. You know, share whatever conversions you do on Facebook. We would love to see it. Same goes if you create lore around this guy for your specific army and you want to share that with us, send it to us on Facebook or just message us here on YouTube. If you guys enjoy our videos and you want to see us continue to put out more lore videos, please help us out. You can like, comment, and share these videos. It really helps out. And if you want to support us a little bit more, jump on over to Patreon. A simple $1 a month helps us create more videos for you guys. If you can't, we understand, like we said, or like I said, simply by liking, commenting, and sharing, it helps out the channel. But you guys know all that, and can't wait to talk to you tomorrow. This is Gersh1 with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.